Yehoshua Hershkowitz, who more than 40 years ago was so concerned that his indigent neighbors would go hungry for the Sabbath that he founded a Kosher Meals on Wheels program, which has been imitated by Jewish communities around the world, died on Monday in Brooklyn. He was 92. Leon Goldenberg, a close friend, confirmed the death. Made aware that a neighbor was struggling to put food on the table, and reasoning that there must be others like him, Mr. Hershkowitz, a postal clerk, founded Tom Shabbos, the name means supporters of the Sabbath, out of the kitchen of his home in Borough Park, Brooklyn, in 1975. He and friends began gathering the ingredients of a traditional Sabbath meal and dropping off packages of food by station wagon at the homes of those they heard were wanting. On Saturdays, they would make appeals for food and contributions at synagogues in the area. From this improvised start, Mr. Hershkowitz built an organization that every week distributes meals to 600 families in the Borough Park area, and also provides meals on Jewish holidays. The concept and the name were rapidly imitated. Today there are unaffiliated Tom Shabbos organizations, the first word is sometimes spelled Tom Shay, that distribute meals to the needy in Los Angeles, Toronto, Washington, Phoenix, Miami, Antwerp, London, and other world cities, as well as dozens in Israel. By many accounts, the distribution in Brooklyn works with clockwork efficiency. Either those who seem hungry or poor are pointed out by acquaintances, or needy people directly ask the organization for aid. Mr. Hershkowitz's staff purchases food from wholesalers or collects donations from local merchants. The products, uncooked produce and meats, sugar and flour, halas and jars of gefilte fish arrive at the group's warehouse on New Utrecht Avenue on Wednesdays. On Thursdays, volunteers, including local school children, pack the products in cardboard boxes. Toward evening a brigade of 100 or so drivers drops the packages off as anonymously as they can at recipients' homes, though some recipients pick up their packages directly at the warehouse. One Passover, the group distributed 30,000 pounds of onions, 4,400 pounds of matzo, 30,000 dozen eggs and 17,000 pounds of chicken to tide over recipients through the 8 days of the holiday. The group also posts tin charity cans, known as pishks, in stores to collect money for its work. Mr. Hershkowitz, who was known to some friends by his Hungarian name, Gino, and to volunteers as Mr. H., confided that his experience during World War II had shaped his commitment to providing food for the hungry. Mr. Hershkowitz was born in 1925 in a village in Hungary. After the Germans occupied the country in 1944, he was deported to the Dachau concentration camp outside Munich and spent the next year there, surviving on meager rations of bread and soup. Freed in 1945 by the Allies as they recaptured territory from the Germans, he learned that many members of his extended family had died. He made his way to the United States, allied himself with the Hasidim of Borough Park and married Sarah Bracha Pinksas, a European refugee who had come to the United States by way of South America.